You're listening to Your Superpowered Mind on the Superpower Up podcast, the show that investigates the innate power within your brain to create lasting change.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Your Superpowered Mind. This is your host, Kristin Maxwell. In this show, we explore the process of transformation and give you tools and strategies that you can use to transform your own life. Today, we are going to be talking to Rochele Marie Lawson about how to gain personal power by optimizing your health. Rochele Marie is a registered nurse, Ayurvedic health practitioner, holistic health and wellness consultant, international best-selling author, speaker, and radio show hostess who has helped thousands of people improve their health and wellness holistically and naturally. She has spent over 25 years assisting people to achieve optimal health and wellness, to enhance the power of their mind, and to build and sustain wealth so that they can live the life of their dreams. Rochele Marie, welcome to Your Superpowered Mind.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, I'm so excited to talk to you. So my first question is always, what superpower did you uncover as the result of mastering your mind?
Well, I've actually uncovered a couple, but they go in hand or they go in synchronicity as to what I do and what I'm here to do. So the first one I uncovered is that I have a natural gift when it comes to utilizing natural holistic properties for health and well-being. And that was discovered just accidentally during my profession. And I'm just, as a registered nurse, and I'm really gifted in seeing illness in people. It's instinctively. I can look at people and tell, I can categorize how well they are or how ill they are. So that's a superpower I discovered that has helped me tremendously. But the other one is that I'm absolutely fabulous. And there's kind of a story behind that because I never thought I was fabulous growing up. And I was always trying to succeed. And I did, but I never, I guess, got recognized for it. So I never thought I was fabulous. And then all of a sudden, I realized I'm absolutely fabulous at the things I look at I've accomplished. I'm a fabulous person. I feel fabulous. I live fabulously. I exude fabulousness in others. And so it would go hand in hand that my fabulousness would help people to also, improve their health and well-being and their wisdom and their wealth so that they can live the life of their dreams.
Well, that is so delightful.
Thank you.
Fabulousness. I love that because so many of us don't know that we're fabulous. We don't see it. Even when everything on the outside shows, look, you've got all this done. So if you can, what did it take for you to get to that realization of because you can hear the energy of knowing that in your voice?
Well, it took a couple things. First of all, when I first became a nurse, a registered nurse, I was immediately worked in the emergency room. And I loved the trauma. So I went in gung-ho and got all the certifications and did emergency room trauma nursing. And I discovered that I was really good in that how some things you just know you're really good at, right? You don't know why, but you just know, like Michael Jordan in basketball. He knew he was really good at basketball. Or, Oprah with the way she handles her business. She knew she has a power that's her superpower. She knows she's really good at business. And so I knew I was really good just because everything was instinctively to me. And I had many, many, many doctors tell me, you should go back to school to become a doctor. But I didn't want to, do all that work. So I thought my gift was where I was at that place and time so I could help, those that I'm meant to serve. So it was during my time when I first became a nurse that I realized, wow, I'm really good at this. And I can transform people's lives. But the but I still didn't step in and own that fabulousness. As a matter of fact, it didn't even exist in my mind. I just knew I was good at something. I discovered I was really good at something, and I didn't need anybody to verify that I was good at it, because I was helping people, my patients, to live better or, have better experience with regards to their challenge with their well-being. But the other thing where it helped me to step into the fabulousness was my kids. When my kids were growing up, I just, as a mom and a business owner and just doing what I did, I just did what I did. But they were watching me. And so there was one moment I was kind of down on myself, and my kids they're grown. They were, I think one was out of college already, and the baby was just finishing college. And I said, I'm talking to him. I'm just not really feeling that good. I just feel really sad. Like I'm not successful. And my kids started, they laid out a dissertation for me as to, they thought I was the most successful person and all the stuff I accomplished. And they just started naming all the things that they witnessed in their lives, and then what other people had told them before they, were born. And it was like, wow, that's when I realized, you know what, girl, you are absolutely fabulous, and you better step into it and own it. And so that's what I've been doing.
Wow. So my question then is, do you now help people to step into that? Knowing?
Yes, I love it. I love showing, what the experience is like if you've ever been around a baby that's just starting to walk, and they're able to say, let go of that coffee table and take a few steps. And that look on their face is like, oh my God, I can do this. This is amazing. I can do this. That's what I get when I help people to see their fabulousness and to discover that they could be healthy and well holistically, mind, body, spirit, because that's what we're meant to do. That's how we're meant to live. And when I see them transform and see that look on their face, oh my gosh, that's like adrenaline flowing through my body. It's so exciting. So, that's
wow.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, I really want to go a little bit deeper into, just what it is and how achieving wellness sort of helps people to see their fabulousness, to step into that for real. But we do need to take a break. Can you tell people, please, where they can learn more about you?
Yes, you can learn about me in a couple different ways. You can learn about me at RochelleLawson.com, and that's ROCHELELAWS like Sam ON. .com. You can also go to blissfullivingforyou.com as well and learn more about me and my journey into stepping into a fabulous holistic wellness expert.
That's great. Well, we are going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Rochele Marie more about how to gain personal power by optimizing your health.
Are you here to change the world? Do you talk about things like vibration, frequency, awakening, and consciousness? Are you pretty sure you have superpowers? The Superpower Net is unlike normal coaching programs and conscious communities. We provide training, intuitive guidance, peer-to-peer learning, intensive one-on-one coaching, and a high vibrational network of people just like you. When you join the net, you get 24/7 access to a collaborative group of people who support you as you master your personal power and unlock your superpowers. If you're ready to use your superpowers to change the world, then join the Superpower Net today. Visit superpowerexperts.com/thenet to learn more.
Welcome back, everyone. You are listening to Your Superpowered Mind, and we are talking to Rochele Marie Lawson. So the question that I guess is coming up for me is, you started out as a nurse, and you're working with people's physical bodies. And how, did you discover that there was ways that you could make people well physically that would help mentally, or did you start coming at both mental and physical? That's kind of a convoluted question, but.
No, I totally understand what you're saying. So for me, my experience was, it was almost like a joint aha awakening. So I had this journey with my own health and well-being where I suffered for 17 years. And some of the most, I would say, enhancing times in our lives. And when I discovered how to make myself well, which was, I'd say, totally given to me by God, the divine spirit, when I discovered how to make myself well, it all had encompassed with the mixing of the mind and the body. So it was like this phenomenal aha thing. But as I began to study more and learn more, it all came into correlation, because what's in your mind will always manifest in your body. And so when I begin to put the correlation together of what's in someone's mind, or say what's in my mind, and feel what's in my body when I'm experiencing happiness, joy, or anger, or sadness, whatever, or that I want to say competitive emotion as well. I can feel what's inside my body, and I know without a doubt that that's the key. You have to work on both areas. You can't work on, actually, I say you have to work on mind, body, and spirit. They all have to be balanced. Otherwise, you can't live in a state of balance, peace, harmony, and step into the life of your dreams.
Wow. So when you get to say that what in your mind will always manifest in your body, can you give an example of that? How that works or how that shows up?
Yes, I would love to. So, we live in a very stressed world today. It is so much different than when I grew up as a kid. A long time ago. I'm a child. I'm a product of the 60s. So when I grew up as a kid, there was not this kind of stress. Life was easygoing. People weren't stuck in front of the TV. Children played outside. Parents did things. Everybody was a lot more mobile than we are now. And they didn't have all the demands that we have put upon ourselves as a society. And so we have this whole gamut of people right now that are living so stressed. What's so sad is they don't even know it, because stress is this invisible thing. It's not like cancer or, having a heart attack or a stroke where you can see it, or,
Right.
It's this invisible thing. So if you don't see it, it doesn't necessarily exist. And if you don't know how to correlate to what's going on in your mind, then you will not be able to recognize the signs and symptoms that's going on in your body as your body is talking to you and telling you, you need to get your mind right before I break down. So, for instance, stress is one of the precursors to high blood pressure, digestive challenges. If you talk to anyone that has digestive challenges, something when they have an exacerbation or when their symptoms or their disease processes flares up, it is always something that was stress-induced or stress-related in how they process that in their body that causes that flare-up, whether it's rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, heart disease, high blood pressure, fibromyalgia pain gets increased as the stressors start going off in our bodies, right? So there's a lot of different things that happen. And if a person is definitely taxed to the max, as these indicators in the body begin to speak to you, say the signs and symptoms, as the pain increases, as your blood pressure increases, as you become more fatigued, irritable, and don't know why, moody, hormone swings, all that kind of stuff, as that begins to whisper to you, the longer you do not pay attention to it, the louder it gets. And what is so sad is it gets to a point where it gets so loud from being a sign and a symptom to an actual full-blown manifested disease. So it's it's just, if you just look around, way people are handling stress, all the mass shootings we've had for whatever reason, as people were so stressed out, they just kind of snapped. You have an influx of people that have increased blood pressure now, can't manage cholesterol levels. There's an increase of diseases that didn't exist when I was a kid or even when I was young, my 20s, such as like fibromyalgia and, so all of these kind of things are adrenal fatigue syndrome. I mean, we're taxing our adrenals to the max that we're fatiguing them out. That never existed. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. There is a huge uprise in all kinds of symptoms and diseases, right, that just have never been around before, which is crazy. And I did hear once, and this is a little bit of an aside, but it really made an impression on me that we get enough input now. Our systems as humans get as much input in 1 week as our ancestors did in their entire lives.
Yep.
And so no wonder we get autoimmune diseases now, because we don't know how to process it. So I guess my question then is, when people come to you and let's say their bodies are starting to, maybe they're starting to get an autoimmune disease or a digestive challenge, how do you start with them? Do you start them with the physical health? Do you start them with more mental and emotional stuff?
So first of all, with regards to Ayurveda, just to give a real quick background, it treats everyone as a unique individual. And so there are 3 different main body types. A person can be all of, 1, 2, or the 3rd body type, which are Pitta, Vata, and Kapha, or there can be a unique combination of those. But each and every one of us has our own unique body type. Identical twins, even though they're identical to some aspects, they're different, right? Mm-hmm. So in order to treat one's, or really discover where one's natural state is, their balanced state, versus where their state is at the time they, work with me or have a discussion with me, it's 2 different, they're 2 different places. And how we discover that is we find out what their unique body type is or their dosha. And so once I have this information, or any Ayurvedic practitioner or doctor has this information, then we can curtail and see why things are manifesting and what's actually manifesting that's causing their unique body type or their dosha to be out of balance in their mind, and why it's manifesting in their out of balance in their body. Does that make sense?
It does a little bit, because I'm not entirely familiar with this. So this is very interesting. So do people have different reactions depending on the type of body type they have?
Oh, yeah. So for instance, I'm gonna just give you I'm gonna put it in context, example with Western medicine. So in Western medicine, when a person goes to their doctor and they have high blood pressure, that doctor will generally prescribe to them the exact same medication or medication cocktail that they may have prescribed for their last 100, 200,000 patients they've seen. They'll start there first, right?
Right.
Even if you go for back pain, nowadays, if you have foot pain, butt pain, I don't care what kind of pain, because I've seen it all, right?
Right.
They will prescribe Vicodin to you, or OxyContin, which is why we have a whole nother problem. That's a whole nother topic.
Another topic, yeah.
Yeah, but I may be the type of person that I don't need that particular cocktail or that particular drug that you're prescribing for me, that you're starting me with high blood pressure. I might need something else, because my high blood pressure may not be cardiac related. It might be due to something in my kidneys, right? So, or, something in my mind. I may be just super anxious. And when I come in for the to take my blood pressure, it'll run high, right? It doesn't happen for me, but I'm just saying in general, right? So everybody is treated the same. I don't care if you have digestive challenges, whether you have irritable bowel syndrome, ulcer, whatever the case may be, they're going to start you with the same medication and then play the game of, okay, if this is not working, let's try this. Or if this is not working, let's add this, whereas it's the same thing that they do for everyone. With regards to Ayurveda or holistic practice, I would say everyone is treated as a unique individual. So me and you may have the same sort of body composition where my dominant one, say for me, I'm full of fire. So my dominant one is Pitta. You may have Pitta too. Mm-hmm. But you may have a different makeup of the other two doshas that make you up, or you may be all Pitta and I have a combination. I'm not going to treat you and give you the same thing I would give to myself, say, if we were having anger management issues or anxiety or digestive challenges. You may need something to calm you down and cool your fire, and I may need something to bring my fire up because I got too much of the other ones out of balance as well.
Right. Yeah. So when you've got, that makes more sense. So when you've got people who come in with these, these maybe similar symptoms, but different body types and potentially different causes, how do you go about working with them? Is it changes in diet? Is it changes in stress management? Is there one thing you emphasize more? Or
so once I have a conversation with them and we know what's going on with their unique body type is, then I'm, like I said, I kind of intuitively guide it, but then I know exactly where they're out of balance. I can see it. And so, like I said, everything that's in the mind manifests in the body. So if they're having issues in their digestive system, which is, I say, a major priority system that people kind of discount, if they're having issues there, then I can generally correlate to what's going on in their mind and something that's going on in their life, right, that has caused this imbalance. So back to the digestive system. That is my fundamental, most foundational area that I work on because all diseases manifest from some imbalance in that area. And the reason I say that is because the digestive system is the foundation of our health and well-being. What we take in is processed and utilized to be the building block, energy, source of growth, everything for every cell in our body. And if we don't take in good things, guess what? We're going to give our cells those not so good things. If our digestive system is not operating optimally, then we're going to have some other issues that are going to manifest in other areas of our body. So it is the foundational system that I like to start with. And generally, most people have some sort of imbalance. Some people are way unbalanced, but others may have some imbalance, and we figure it out and get them balanced.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, it is something that I have learned through my own family and my own history that, with depression and anxiety and the impact that issues with the digestive system can have on that. And looking at ways to heal that go far beyond antidepressants or therapy.
Right.
Into the food. That's great. Well, and it sounds like you also do a lot of work. Does everybody who come to you, do they come to you because their body's breaking down, or do they sometimes come to you because they just want to have your spirit? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
my energy. I think for a variety of reasons. I think they come to me because they, especially if they see me live or, I have this running joke that I've had forever that I'm 29. I'm always 29. I don't care if I'm 99. I'm going to always be 29. Mm-hmm. 29 must have been a really good year for me. So I'm not turning 30 until I absolutely have to, right? But so it's kind of a running joke. But when they see me and they realize how old I am, they're flabbergasted because they say, "Oh my God, you look like you're about 29." So they want what I have, especially after they hear my story and know the whole the reason why I'm so passionate about health and well-being. They want what I have, or they want some aspect of what I can offer them, whether they want to lose weight and keep it off, or change their diet, or feel better, or, look better. Because I told them I didn't just reverse the aging process. I completely stopped it, right? So that kind of stuff, And then if they want to like have their mind operating where they have more positive energy and learn how to turn things around so that they can be successful, then they come to me. And if they just want to learn how to have more peace, and especially people that deal with anger management, they need to have a lot more peace in their life. So they come to me as well. So people come to me for a variety of things. And then also, if they want to learn how to tap into just building the wealth aspect, because I've been a business owner, very successful for just about 30 years. Actually, started my first business in 1989. I still have it. So they want to know, well, how have I had sustained longevity in not only one business, but two? So right. It's kind of cool. And I tell people that everything I do, at least everything I try to do with my heart and soul, mind, body, spirit, is to do things holistically and naturally, and apply those principles to those three areas of my life. And once I figured that out, then I was really able to, again, step into my fabulousness and really free to just expand my reach and really help people that really want help.
Right. That's wonderful. And so I guess, if people are coming and they're saying, I want to have more energy, I want to have more peace, and they don't necessarily have physical symptoms that are bothering them, because I'm always interested in the mind, how do we quiet the mind? And such a big part of it, yes, is the diet and, our health and moving and all of that. Where would you start them? Did you always start with the physical part, looking at their body, or?
No, I start at the mind. I have to see where they are with regards to the imbalance, or how balanced they are in their mind, and really what they want to do. Me being a certified meditation specialist, wouldn't have figured to go with the holistic girl, but I've been meditating since I was a kid, and then once I became a nurse, I got certified in it. But if someone really wants to discover peace, I always introduce them to that, and introduce them to a form that works for them. A lot of people think that you have to meditate forever in a day, 30 minutes, and there's so many times during the day that you can do quick, simple meditations to really restore yourself and calm those thoughts
right.
going on in your head, right? All that mind chatter. And it's funny, this was like you have like 40 to 50,000 thoughts that go off in your head each day, right? And we have control of that, which is the funny thing. But how many of us can control 50,000 things going on in our head? You can't. It's impossible.
I know. I've heard something like 80% of our thoughts are automatically negative.
Yeah.
And they're the same thoughts again and again and again. Isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
So funny.
It's so funny.
So I often like to ask, is there something, a tip or a practice or a question, that listeners could do if, say, they're feeling like maybe their mind and their body are a little bit out of balance? Is there something you would recommend?
Yes. So I have a wonderful gift that I like to share with people, and it's fun, but it's also very informative, and then you get some goodies with it. If you are interested, if anything that I share with you with regards to finding out your uniqueness in your mind and your body, if that's just piquing curiosity for you, then I invite you to go to the website youruniquebodytype.com. And on that website, you can take a quiz about you, specifically for you. And then at the end of the quiz, you'll get what your unique body type, mind body type is. And then you'll get some gifts and some tips to help you with your body type. It's really cool. It's a fun way to start. It gives you, foods you should eat, just all kind of things to help you to, actually just have a little better day. And I think you'll like it. It's really pretty and all that good stuff, but it has some good information, and you can start changing your life immediately just with that one little free gift.
That's really fun. And, one of the things that, with this coaching journey that I've learned is the path to really changing your life doesn't necessarily start with this huge overhaul. It's changing one habit, one way of living, one food, or one way of changing a certain type of thought. And then it starts to snowball because you realize, wow, I can do that. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
I made that change. So that's wonderful.
Yeah, it is. And then people should know that, because if you try to change everything all at once, guess what? You'll stop. You'll fail. You won't be successful. But if you take it like, Kristin's saying, in bite-sized pieces, then it's much easier, and you're much more able to enjoy the success that you obtain when you just accomplish that one thing. It wants you to add one more thing. And I suggest just add one thing at a time and celebrate all that success that you're going to have.
Yes, exactly. It's so, it's kind of antithetical to what people were saying for a long time, but it really just start where you are, and you'll build trust in yourself. So, Rochele Marie, I thank you so much for sharing all of your wisdom with us today. Can you remind us again? We've got lots of places where we can go, but remind us of them, where we can find you.
Okay, you can find me, of course, on social media, Rochele Marie or Rochele Lawson, any Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. But you can go to Rochele, Rochele, Lawson, RochelleLawson.com. You can also go to Blissful Living, 4 and the letter U.com, and find out some more information about me and some wonderful things that I have coming up. And and of course you can go to youruniquebodytype.com and take that quiz and get all the free goodies.
That sounds great. Yes, you are around and about. So thank you. And all of you listening, thank you again for being here. Make sure to go check out what your body type is and see if there are little changes you can make to your eating to help change your mind, body, and spirit. And until next time, go out and remember that you do hold the power to change and transform your world.
Are you ready to discover your superpowers? Go now to superpowerexperts.com and take the superpower quiz today.